In a quiet corner of a bustling town lived a man named David. He was in his mid-40s, with a rugged face that told tales of years spent battling life's challenges. David was a husband, a father of two, and a hard worker who dedicated himself to providing for his family. While he hadn't been blessed with formal education, he possessed a heart full of determination and a spirit that refused to give up. Every morning before dawn, David would rise from his tired bed, put on his worn-out work clothes, and head to the factory. He worked tirelessly on assembly lines, his hands becoming accustomed to the routine tasks that kept the machinery humming. Despite the grueling physical demands, he embraced his responsibilities with unwavering commitment. David's shifts were long and arduous, often stretching into late hours. He accepted any extra shifts that came his way, knowing that each hour spent working was an hour closer to providing a better life for his family. His calloused hands bore testament to the sacrifices he made, the sweat on his brow a badge of honor earned through honest toil. Yet, as time passed, a sense of isolation began to envelop David's heart. He would return home, weary and yearning for a warm welcome, a word of appreciation, or a simple thank you. Instead, he found himself caught in a cycle of routine, where his efforts were met with silence. His family, while well-fed and clothed, seemed oblivious to the hardships he faced and the lengths he went to for their sake. David's loneliness grew as his efforts remained unnoticed. He carried the weight of unspoken emotions, unable to express the turmoil within him. The smiles he brought to his children's faces and the comfort he provided to his wife became a routine, much like his work, taken for granted. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, David found solace in the park near his home. Sitting on a weathered bench, he gazed at the world around him, lost in thought. He pondered his journey, the sacrifices he'd made, and the toll it had taken on his spirit. He also realized that he wasn't alone in his struggle. There were countless other men like him, hidden in the shadows of their own lives, their stories of dedication and silent despair buried beneath societal expectations. A chance encounter with an old friend from his childhood led David to find an outlet for his emotions. Over cups of steaming coffee, he shared his story of hard work and the loneliness he carried. His friend listened, empathized, and assured him that his feelings were valid. With newfound courage, David began to open up to his family. He gently expressed his emotions, revealing the pain that had been concealed beneath his strong exterior. His wife and children were surprised to hear his story, their eyes opening to the realities they had overlooked. Slowly, the dynamics within the family began to shift. Gratitude and appreciation flowed freely as they recognized the sacrifices David had made. They started to see the depth of his efforts, the nights he'd spent away from them, and the toll it had taken on his mental well-being. As the family's understanding deepened, they rallied around David, offering their support and love. They encouraged him to find a balance between his responsibilities and his personal needs, reminding him that he deserved happiness and fulfillment beyond his role as a provider. David's journey toward healing wasn't easy, but with the newfound communication and appreciation from his family, he gradually found his way out of the darkness of loneliness and into the light of understanding. His story became a lesson for those around him, highlighting the importance of acknowledging and valuing the efforts of those who work silently behind the scenes. And so, his tale spread, reaching the ears of others who felt invisible in their roles. Slowly, a shift began, a collective recognition of the unsung heroes, the tireless fathers, the resilient men who had long carried the weight of their family's dreams. The path towards breaking the cycle of unspoken burdens and hidden emotions had been forged, and with each step, a brighter, more empathetic world emerged. If you like this video, then share it with your family and friends, and subscribe this channel.